Hello and welcome back to Success Through Risk, an Entrepreneur's Tale. I'm your host, Monica Danaher, and today I have Latia Nelson from Savannah, Georgia. She is a multi-hyphenate entrepreneur with not just one, but 3 very successful companies. So hello, Latia, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited. So can we just dive right in and tell everyone a little bit about you, how you got here, and how you got to do not just one, but all 3.
Sure. So I started my entrepreneurial journey actually 8 years ago while still self-employed. My first company was BB Boutique & Co., which is a luxury line of bath, body, and fine home fragrance. I was in college back then, and I had 2, my boys were smaller, they were babies then. And I wanted to create self-care products to inspire women to take care of themselves because, of course, it's really hard to do so.
Especially having babies.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's when I founded BB Boutique & Company, and the brand has evolved over the years. Fast forward to 2020. That's when the brand really started to take a turn. I started getting into it a little more full time. And in 2022 is when I started to tackle entrepreneurship full time. I had started another business, Marry Me Event Production and Design, which is a wedding planning company based in Savannah, Georgia. But we travel all over the country, and shortly after that, I ended up leaving my job, and I started getting into content making and filmmaking. So that's where Gullah Productions come in. That's company number 3.
Yes, which you just started, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that's still in the works, but it's great. It's awesome. So, okay. So tell me a little bit about when you decided to jump right in and go full time, and what that took, and how it made you actually feel. You wrote on your questions here that your biggest risk was taking the leap without a plan, and that like resonates with me so much because that's so much my story too. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I was at a crossroads. I had been on my job for about almost 8 years. I worked in film and television at a local TV station in Hilton Head for a while. And, the shift happened in 2020, like a lot of companies, people are starting to work remotely. There's some changes in leadership and management. That whole thing happened. And it got to a point where I guess you could say I overstayed my welcome, and I was kind of outgrowing the position. When new leadership took over, things became uncomfortable. So it got to a point, unfortunately, where I had no choice but to leave. But I didn't have a plan because it was never my intentions to leave without a plan. But at that point, I had no choice.
Yeah. Yeah. So I totally get that. And it's scary, but it's one of those things that you just know, right? And I don't know if it's like instinctively as moms, or maybe it's just that instinctive business owner thing we have, but like I do feel like you do just kind of know when you need to just go with it, right?
Yes. And it was scary. It's still scary from time to time as an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
Every time someone asks, like, how are things going? I'm like, I got my good days, I got my bad days, but hey, I'm still moving.
Yep, absolutely. Right. That's so honest. Yes. I love that. And you said something else in your questions that you said, I no longer wanted to be in a box alongside everyone else. Oh my God. I just love that so much. That is just like the perfect way to sum up, I think, what you said, because it's true. Like, things with management, I've been there. I know what that's like. I've also been on management side and have, kind of been the receiving end of knowing when an employee is coming to that too. So yeah, I think it's amazing what you did, especially at the time that you did it. So good for you.
Hey there, pet lovers. I wanted to take a quick minute to talk to you about a brand that Gino and I are absolutely loving. Wild One is all about making life with your dog look as good as it feels. Whether it's a leisurely walk, a weekend adventure, or a playful day at the park, Wild One has you covered. From their beautifully crafted leashes and collars to travel-friendly water bowls, Every product is designed to make your outings convenient, stylish, and enjoyable. Your dog is not just a pet. They're a member of the family, and every pet deserves a loving one. That's why Wild One partners with animal rescue organizations across high-needs areas in the United States to provide rescues and foster dogs with support, gear, and care they need to thrive. When you choose Wild One, you're not just buying products. You're becoming a part of a community dedicated to raising the bar in pet care. And life with your furry companion just got a stylish upgrade. Head over to wildone.com and use code MONICA98823 to receive 15% off your purchase. Your purchase of Wild One products allows their company to continue their vital work of product and monetary donations, volunteering, and much, much more. Once again, that was wildone.com and code MONICA98823 to receive 15% off today. Every purchase matters, so together let's make a difference, one stylish pup at a time.
What do you think is a valuable lesson that you learned along the way, or, something that just sticks out to you?
Never underestimate support. That was a very difficult decision that I made.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I did not have the support that I had, I would be nothing today.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad that I didn't underestimate that help. And I learned that it's important, that extra support. And I'm so thankful that I have that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you said that you started in, when you were working in corporate, it was more like production and stuff. So how did you go from that to the healthy and the skincare and the healthy products? Was it just, becoming a mom and all of that, or was it's kind of a passion before that? You just didn't know where you wanted your focus to be, or?
I consider myself a dreamer, right? Always been a dreamer. And, when my boys, they're older now, they are 9 and 11. But back then I had a 1-year-old and I had a toddler that was like 2. And it was terrible. Back then I could barely afford to take care of my self-care, take care of myself how I really wanted to.
Yeah.
So I spent time daydreaming. I'm like, what if I could come up with these luxury products to really take care of your skin?
Mm-hmm.
And, women will buy it and they'll feel good about themselves. Because that's what I need right now. I need to feel good about myself. So I started making and using my own product, felt good, shared it with my community, shared it with everyone I knew. And then the brand just grew.
That's amazing.
It took me into my purpose of helping women.
Yeah.
The brand is actually up for relaunch in 2024.
Okay.
And a big part of the initiative there is to give back to young girls and women. So a percentage of each sale will go back to organizations that help women and young girls.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. So I have to make a note to definitely keep in touch with you about that, because I love getting involved with things like that and helping promote and all of that's going on. So that's amazing. What's your thought behind that? Do you have an organization that you're gonna just be donating to, or are you still trying to work on that? Is there a foundation? What are you thinking?
Working on it. I'm actually working on something with Girls on the Run.
Okay, yeah.
I have been.
That's a great program.
Yes, it's a great program. I learned about them when I worked at the TV station many years ago. And I always said, I'm like, you know what? I want to be a part of that organization some way, somehow, because I love what they do.
Yeah.
We're talking about it. And it's
that's awesome. Oh my gosh, that is so great. I love that. Okay, so what is some advice that you would have? Just anyone who in any industry that's thinking like, I am, done with being in the box. Like, yes, Latia, I hear you. I don't want to be in this box anymore, but I need advice. Like what do I need to be successful?
Mindset is everything. Mindset is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't even have to be motivated. Just do it.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
You have to psych yourself out. If you really want it, just do it.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. And something else I always say too is like, you have to love what you're doing. You have to be passionate about it. So if you are starting in something, don't be afraid to change it, because you're realizing that doing it that way is not necessarily working for you, or maybe not necessarily right, but like you always have to be passionate and loving what you do. You might not love it every day. You might not love every situation, right? But like you have to enjoy it, because, you know, something that I feel in my journey that has made me feel successful is just being able to make small goals and reaching those and feeling proud about that, you know, and if it was just something, even if I didn't want to do it, but at least I got it done, you know, staying in the right mindset with the right group of people around you that are going to support you, and, you know, and knowing that like you're not going to be for everyone, right? Or your product's not going to be for everyone, but you can still support them or still have them support you in some way. And yeah, just keeping your focus and your mindset right, I think is really, really good. Something that you wrote that I love is that you wrote, if you had advice to give to like a new entrepreneur, is they have to be delusional. Like something to, or no, not advice, I'm sorry. Something that, top 3 things that helped you reach, where is it? Hold on. I had it. You said something, it made me laugh. In your opinion, what qualities or traits are essential for a successful entrepreneur? So you said delusion.
Delusion. You know, like sometimes I feel like, you remember that cartoon Pinky and the Brain?
Yes.
I feel like when I'm talking to people, I think I'm having a regular conversation, but I sound like the brain. I guess they're going to take over the world. It sounds delusional. But if you believe it, it'll happen, you know, like even if it does sound delusional or seem delusional, just go for it.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yes, it's so true, because like you know, being in real estate, I see that all the time. You know, I'm always, I feel like my clients cheerleaders, and I'm always like, we're going to be able to do this. And they're always the ones that are like, no, we're not. But, you know, like you have to just keep it. You just have to see the end game, and it might change. It might shift. It might not be exactly as you thought, but you can get there, right?
You can, exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So I always like to end every episode with the top 3 qualities of a successful entrepreneur. So if you were to handpick yourself or somebody like a top entrepreneur, what are 3 successful traits that somebody needs?
I would say passion, drive, and candor.
Nice. I love that. Well, that is awesome. Are there any, let me see, I have a couple of questions here. What about books? Like, would you have any books or like podcasts or people that you really look up to in this entrepreneurial journey of yours?
Sure. So my favorite book that I always recommend is 48 Laws of Power.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. Because if you're an entrepreneur, right, if you can deal with or navigate people, then that's how you win.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So 48 Laws of Power, definitely.
Okay. Awesome. All right. I'm going to have to look into that. And that's a book you said?
That's a book. Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome. All right. And tell everyone, where can they find you? Where can they find your products? Where can they learn more about you?
Absolutely. So if you want to shop BB Boutique and Company, the website is www.bbboutiqueandcompany.com. And right now you can put your email address in to join the mailing list and become a BB Insider to stay tuned on details leading up to the relaunch. If you want to get married or if you want to propose, Marry Me Event Production and Design at www.marrymeproposals.com. And then lastly, you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Living Life by Design with Latia.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm going to put all of that in wherever this is going to be streaming or posting. All of your information will be posted to this episode. So you guys can definitely go and check her out and learn more about all of the wonderful things she is doing and all of the wonderful things to come in 2024 from Miss Latia. So thank you again so much for being here. Is there anything else you want to say or spread or let us know about?
I just want all of the entrepreneurs out there to know that I know it gets hard, but you can do it.
Yes.
Go after it.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. That is a perfect way to close off today. So once again, thank you so much. And thank you guys for listening. I will see you again next week.
As a realtor, I see a lot of homes and a lot of home decor trends. Some are great, some not so great. But hey, everyone has their own style and it's not my place to judge. And since you guys asked for it, now you have it. Welcome to the ultimate shopping destination, where all my favorite home decor pieces, trendy, affordable, and luxury fashion, and so much more await you, all in one convenient place. Featuring renowned brands like Anthropologie, Wayfair, and The Container Store, alongside luxury names such as Alexander McQueen, Louis Vuitton, and Gucci, your perfect find is just a few clicks away. Searching for something in particular? Simply DM me and I'll start the search. Ready to dive in? Head over to the link in my bio, click the My Shoppable Links tab, and let the exploration begin. It's that easy.